Okay, so we're told here, well, we have two questions, right? But in the first one, we're told that if 1/2 times radical 96 equals k, what is the value of k? In other words, solve this, right? Simplify it. So here, what can we do? Well, I'm going to rewrite this so I just remember that what I'm doing is finding radical 96, whatever that is, and then multiplying that result by 1/2. That's the order in which I'm going to do this. So how would I do that? Well, I'm going to take the prime factorization 96, right? So I know 2 times 48 is 96, right? And 2 is prime. So I'm going to find all those prime factors. 48, I can also cut that in half, right? I'm going to cut it by 2 and 24. And 24 is 12 times 2. I'm going to keep halving, right? 12 can be cut into 6 and 2. And then 6 can be cut into 2 times 3, right? So anyway, what does that mean? So that just means that if I rewrite this, I can have 1/2 times, instead of 96, I have radical 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, oops, fix that, times 2 times 2 times 3, and I always double count because, well, I often miss factors. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's and 1, 3. Now my job is to kind of regroup these factors into perfect squares. I know if I have 4 and 4, those are two perfect squares. If I multiply them, I get another perfect square, which is 16, right? So that's 1/2 radical 16 times, well, these factors I'm not going to touch. They're not perfect squares, but I'm going to multiply them to 6. Now, what's great is that if I take the square root of either factor, or of each factor, that equals the square root of the product. In other words, square root of a times b is equal to the square root of a times the square root of b. This is incredibly useful. I have this right here, right? And I can take the square root of 16, right? So I'll rewrite this. So I have 1/2 square root of 16, square root of 6. Square root of 16 is just 4. Square root of 6 is irrational. I'm not going to touch that. If I multiply 1/2 by 4, right, I can do that. I can regroup. I'm just multiplying. That's 2. So my answer here is 2 radical 6. Right, that's the value of k. The next one, they say, what is the value of the square root of y plus 4 over 2 when y equals 1/2? So if we plug this in, 1/2 plus 4 is 4.5, right, over 2. So we'll just plug that in. Radical 4.5, but I'll write 4